Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Casey, and today we're going to be doing a little reading all about what it is that you need to hear to be feeling a little bit more optimistic in life. What kind of message can I give that can be a little pick-me-up to say like, okay, here's the bright side of things. Today is a beautiful cloudy day, and for some people they don't like cloudy days, but for me, this is kind of like that weather where you want to be comfy, you put on like your favorite socks, your favorite PJs, and you just want to be cuddled up and feel cozy. And I don't know, I feel like giving a reading that kind of gives that feeling of like, hey, just hang in there a little bit longer, look on the bright side of things. Look at the cozy side, even if it's a little rainy and cloudy outside. So anyways, that's my spiel. Today I've got 3 piles for you to choose from today. Pile 1 is going to be with the gray and white agate. Pile 2 is going to be with the tiger's eye. And pile 3 is with this black agate. So go ahead and pause, take a moment to see which pile you feel most drawn to. I've left timestamps down below in the description to help you jump to whichever pile reading you want to watch. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, pile 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose the gray and white agate, then this is going to be the reading for you. And the way that I'm going to start this reading off today is we're just going to do a quick energy check-in to see how you're feeling, what your current situation in life is like, the surrounding energies affecting you. And this will just be kind of like a good way to see if this reading is going to resonate with you, because if you feel like this part isn't accurate, then the rest of the reading most likely isn't going to be. If this pile isn't for you, I urge you to check out a different pile, but it could just be that this reading in particular isn't for you. So if that's the case, feel free to check out any of the other videos that I have on my channel. I post lots of them, but without further ado, pile 1, I'm going to go ahead and get out the cards, and then we'll see exactly how you're doing in life right now. Alright, pile 1, here are your cards for your energy check-in, and so far you have abundance, creativity, surrender, and death. And what this is making me feel, especially with the abundance card coming out first, is I feel like you're in a point in your life where you might be having a lot of free time. I feel like you've become very comfortable in a material sense. I feel like you're very... Like, the image in my mind I'm picturing is somebody that doesn't really need to worry about money, doesn't really need to be worrying too much about their day-to-day schedule. They have a lot of free time and free will to kind of figure out what it is they want to do. And I'm seeing, like, a picture in my mind that, you have all this free time and you're really trying to figure out where your passions lie. Because I feel like you've had to work hard to get to where you are here, and you haven't really had that time to express your creativity, to express your creative side and kind of learn who you are. And right now that you have this free time and this space to kind of figure out what you want to do, you're branching out and you're exploring the different sides of your creativity, and you're also just kind of seeing where life is taking you right now. With the surrender card, usually when I have this card falling out, it usually makes me think that you're trusting the universe to guide you down the path that you're supposed to be going down. For some of you, this could be, you could subscribe to a specific religion, so you believe that your God has a specific path for you, or you could be not religious at all, which I guess wouldn't make sense that you're watching this video if you're skeptical about those kinds of things. But in general, it feels like you're kind of just trusting that life has a path for you, and you're just willing to see where that path is taking you. And I do see that a big change is coming on the horizon, though. I feel like either this change just happened recently, or it's going to be happening sometime soon. But I feel like there's room for this sort of life shift to be coming in, because you have all this free time to explore what you want in life, and also that willingness to trust that life has a path for you and letting the universe guide you is allowing this change to come along. And I don't think that this is going to be like a tower moment. If you know tarot, the tower card, it's not going to be like this crazy sudden upheaval. I think it's going to be kind of like a welcome shift and change that you're seeing life give you. And it could be exploring creative pursuits. For instance, I'm thinking like, what if you started a yoga class and then this sparked like this love of yoga, and then now you decide that you want to be like a yoga teacher, and suddenly your life is on, this other path. But basically, for those that picked pile 1, I'm feeling like you're kind of in a point in your life where you've been given the freedom to explore your passions, explore your creative side, and, figure out exactly what it is that you want from life. And it looks like there will be a life shift of some kind on the horizon. So, yeah, that's all I have for the energy, surrounding energy, like what your life is looking like right now. I'm going to go ahead and put these cards away, and then we're going to get into the tarot cards and see exactly what messages does the universe or your guides have for you that'll make you feel a little bit optimistic for life. So, be right back. All right, pile 1. I got your cards, and I have kind of an interesting message to give you today. And basically, I believe that, as the previous part of this reading suggested, it said that you're feeling like you have a lot of abundance in life. You're feeling very comfortable with where you are in life. You don't exactly need to be working yourself down to the bone, because you feel like you're kind of at a point where you've been given the freedom and the free time to explore other creative pursuits. But I also feel like, since you've found a creative pursuit that you really want to pursue, since you're desiring to pursue passions, at the same time, you're kind of deciding like, okay, should I drop everything that I have right now? Should I quit this current career path that I'm in and completely pursue this new passion now that I'm given this time? I have enough money to pursue it. But I feel like I should be telling you that it's not wise to drop everything for this current passion. And let me elaborate on it, because usually I'm the kind of person that's like, forget the conventional way. It's okay to like go down your own path, like live to the beat of your own drum. You don't need to do everything that everybody else is doing, because it's okay to be you. It's okay to pursue your passions and what actually fulfills you. But I feel like before you fully commit to pursuing your passions, you need to do some more contemplating on the best way to go about that. So let's go ahead and get into the cards, and I'll tell you why I think this way. All right, starting off at the beginning, you have the High Priestess card clarified by the Eight of Cups reversed. And the High Priestess card makes me think about intuition, taking time to contemplate things, and really taking a moment to stop what you're doing and think deeply about what it is that you want. And I feel like you're really stuck between a decision of kind of leaving behind your routine of your day-to-day life to pursue something else that makes you happier. And again, like I say, I'm all for that, but the reason I'm saying you might need to take some more time before you make a decision to leave the current circumstances of your life, I'm saying this because I feel like you don't yet have full confidence in the plan of action, basically. Like, you might have a very grand idea of how you want your life to change, what kind of things you want to pursue that seem so new and shiny, and it's like you're ready to like hop on that bus and get out of town, basically. But I feel like your guides are kind of telling you, like, they sense your lack of confidence that everything will pan out perfectly. And they sense that you're not quite sure yet about your plan of action. And they are encouraging you to chase your desires, but they're also trying to tell you that you need to have full confidence in yourself, full confidence in your plan of action before you chase these desires. Because I think they know, and you know, that you don't quite have a fully fleshed out idea of how you're going to make this dream a reality. And basically, I sense that, you're comfortable in life right now, and because of that, you feel like it's the perfect time to kind of like jump on some other passion while everything is still stable in your life. But I feel like spreading yourself too thin might cause this, like, current comfortability to lessen. Because I feel like there's still more of a foundation that needs to be built first. And I feel like that'll ease a lot of the stress that you're feeling about making this decision. Like, should I stay in this? Should I just leave? Should I go for it? But I feel like they're saying, like, it's okay. You still have time. This opportunity is not going to leave you if you take more time to set a comfortable foundation before chasing something else. So your guides really want to let you know, like, it's okay to take time to make more solid, concrete plans and really gain confidence in yourself and confidence in your decisions before you chase after them. Your desires and your fulfillment will still be there. It's okay to take time to yourself to figure things out. And I feel like you're afraid that, if you take too long to, like, for instance, if you need to save up more money before going on the trip of a lifetime, you're afraid that if you take too much time, the boat's gonna leave. Like, you're not gonna be able to get on that boat or that train or that plane or whatever that'll take you to this travel destination. But your guides in the universe, they're kind of just saying, like, the destination is still gonna be there. Like, for instance, if it is traveling, it's not like the continent is gonna get up and, like, walk away and not gonna be there for you anymore. This opportunity, whatever it is that you're desiring, that you want to chase after, it's not going to suddenly disappear just because you take more time to figure things out and you take more time to figure out the details of your plan. And I feel like you're really afraid that, that opportunity is not going to be there for you if you don't jump on it as quick as possible. But I feel like your guides are trying to tell you that if you jump on it too quickly, everything from this new opportunity to your current circumstances in life are kind of just going to get shaken up and nothing is going to end the way that you want it to. So, with the Lovers reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed, it's telling me that because you don't have full confidence in the plan of action, because you don't have inner confidence within yourself yet to pursue this thing that you want to pursue, it's not the right time to pursue it with the Lovers reversed. Things won't pan out exactly the way that you want them to. Not saying that they're not at all, but of course, like I said before, you need more time to figure out all the details, Write out a plan of action if you're kind of into that sort of thing. Save up the money if that's something that's necessary. Something I'm also getting is if whatever decision that you're trying to make right now is dependent on how much money you have, a reason that you might want to hold off from making any hasty decisions or possibly like leaving your job or taking a break from your job is because I have a feeling like I need to give you a message, like the state of the economy is gonna be a little rocky if you were to like make this decision right away, and they're kind of telling you like it might be a good idea to hunker down first and let this impending storm pass. This is truly dependent on like what country you live in, because all economies are different. I know here in the US people are thinking that a recession is on the horizon. So if you live in the US, then this might be a message for you. Of course, I don't know about all the economies in the world, but that's just kind of like an impression I'm getting here. It also might not be the economy as a whole that may be the issue, but it could be something as simple as like there's a storm and like a tree falls on your house and you need money to repair that because for some reason your insurance isn't going to do it. And if you were to suddenly make this decision to leave your job, take a break from your job, and pursue a different pursuit before you're ready, this disaster could happen and then all of a sudden everything financially is like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like your guides are telling you, like, it's okay to just take a break, take a moment. This opportunity, this desire that you have that you want to fulfill, this thing that you want to pursue, it's not leaving anytime soon. They know that you desire to get out of this kind of routine that you've built into your life, this day-to-day, like, routine you've built. It just feels a little redundant to you, and I feel like that's why you could be chasing this outside desire, because it makes you feel passionate about life. It's something that you enjoyed doing, and you're kind of tired of just being in this routine, but your guides are telling you, like, it's okay to stay in this comfortability a little bit longer. Even if it's a little boring, like, your desires aren't going to leave suddenly. They're still going to be there waiting for you. It's okay to stay in this comfortable routine for a little bit longer. Really figure out exactly what plans that you want to make before you make them. Even if, like, you already have a plan of action, sometimes it could be, like, you just need to save up a little bit more money if it's something to do with career. And also something that I'm getting here is with the Four of Pentacles, it's like kind of just like not necessarily saving money, but not spending too much money, if that makes sense. It definitely seems like there could be financial rockiness in the future, and I think your guides are saying this not to freak you out, because I think that they know that you can get through it with how you are currently, but if you decided to suddenly shake up your life, you wouldn't be able to get through that financial rockiness, if that makes sense. So I think they're saying, like, kind of stay where you are, like, kind of hunker down kind of vibe, and just, even though it's boring and it's the kind of routine that you're getting sick and tired of, that you know you want to leave the current circumstances of your life, I feel like they're saying, like, just wait a little bit longer, like, and you'll know when you've avoided that sudden crash, for instance, because you'll see it happen and you'll be like, oh my god, I'm so glad I didn't make this rash decision and pick up everything and leave, because I can, like, deal with this and then I can go leave and I don't need to worry about this crash happening again. Does that make sense? So basically, wait for the tree to fall on your house. Obviously, I don't think a tree is actually going to fall on your house, but wait for that metaphorical tree to fall on your house, take care of it, and then you're going to be free to chase whatever this desire is, and you won't need to be worrying about making the wrong decision at the wrong time, because you will be prepared for it. So, pile 1, that is the message that I have for you today. I hope it made sense, I hope it resonated, and I hope it makes you feel a little bit more confident about chasing whatever dream this is here, because I truly do believe that, you know, you're able to accomplish it. I can feel that the guides, your guides, the universe is all like, you chasing this desire, this dream, is not the issue here. It's just the timing of it. So as long as you make sure that it's the right timing, you have the right plan, and you're not doing anything too hastily, everything's going to work out great. So don't stress too much about it. Take your time to build up your confidence before you get on that train, before you become that yoga instructor or whatever it is that you want to do. So thank you so much for watching Pile 1. I hope this was a good reading for you. I hope this made you feel a little bit better about whatever decision it is that you want to make. If you enjoyed your reading, please leave a like, subscribe if you want more videos like this. I post once a week, or feel free to just check out a different video on my channel. I think I have about 8 or 9 videos up now. But without further ado, thank you so much for watching, and that's all. Actually, no, that's not all. If you want a personal reading, I do provide those. Link in description to my shop. But yes, that's all. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Alright, pile 2. If you chose the Tiger's Eye, then this is going to be the reading for you. And we're going to be doing just, again, all about what message does the universe or your guides have for you that can make you feel a little bit more optimistic in life. What do you need to hear that, you know, can give you a little feeling of confidence that, you know, makes you feel like, okay, things aren't that difficult. Like, yeah, I'm feeling pretty optimistic today. Because I love those kinds of readings. I love getting those, so of course I enjoy giving them. We're going to be starting off the reading with the Prism Oracle deck, and this is going to be just an energy check-in of how you're feeling, what life is like for you right now, just kind of your current situation, just so that if this first part doesn't resonate with you, it's kind of a, like, okay, the rest of the reading is probably not for me. If that's the case and you felt the urge to check out a different pile, then please go check out that one, because it could be that this pile just isn't for you. Or if none of them seem to resonate, it could just be that this video isn't for you at all. If that's the case, I do have a lot of other videos on my channel for you to check out. Excuse me. But yeah, anyways, without further ado, pile 2, let's go ahead and get into your energy check-in. I'm gonna go ahead and get out a few cards, and then we'll be right back. Alright, pile 2. I got your cards, and This is going to be a very specific message, and it's most likely for people that have just gotten out of a breakup. So if this you think isn't meant for you, it's probably not for you. What I'm seeing here is, well, your cards are surrender, love, pain, and peace. And what this makes me feel is some of you have just recently gone through a separation with your person. And I feel like it's been an extremely painful process, and you still have a lot of love for them, which makes it all the more harder to kind of let go. But I think you're doing the best that you can to not fight it. Like, you know that this is the best possible outcome for the both of you. You're not trying to argue and say, like, let's get back together. I'm not okay without you. You're kind of like, you're understanding that this is the best way for things to end. This is the best possible outcome, which I think is really mature, and I commend you for that. And I see that you're going through a lot of pain here. You probably miss them a lot, but at the same time, you understand that this is the best outcome. Things weren't working out, and you're kind of just surrendering to the fact that this is the way that things are meant to go. This is the end, and you know what? That's okay. And you're letting yourself feel love for this person still. You're letting yourself feel the pain that you need to feel. And you know that it's all part of the healing process that'll bring you peace in the end. And I think right now, what you're really searching for is peace. Even though you still feel such turmoil within yourself, I feel like you have moments where you feel so weak because you still really miss this person, and you miss the life that the two of you built together. I really think that this might have been a long-term relationship. You could have even been living together, and the hardest part was like moving out and leaving them behind, and really leaving behind that life that you've created. Because not only is it a relationship, but you become a different person when you're in this kind of relationship. You meet each other's friends, you are so intertwined in each other's lives, and now you're learning to be alone again, to be on your own, which you might not have felt for a really long time. And it's almost like a quiet is around you, which can almost be painful at times. Like, where's that other voice? Where's my person that, was able to fill that silence, who was always next to me? But now I feel like you're trying to find peace in that silence, which can be really beautiful, but also really hard. So that's what I'm seeing for the first part of the energy check-in. If you feel like that doesn't really resonate with you, then again, this could be not the pile for you. But if you feel like this is kind of accurate, then let's go ahead and get into what message that I can give to you to make you feel more optimistic, because I feel like pile 2, you could definitely use it right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out the tarot, and we'll be right back. All right, pile 2. Boy, do I have a message for you. I know that the title of the video is like, what do you need to hear to feel optimistic? And like, as I was going over the cards, I was like, damn, this doesn't sound very optimistic. This sounds more like they're like your guides are like reprimanding you. But then in the end, there is an optimistic message for you here, or at least I hope that it makes you feel optimistic. But it's almost like kind of like a call out, like they're calling you out a little bit, because pile 2, I feel like you've been really neglecting addressing your emotions, addressing the truth of yourself and your actions. And that kind of sounds weird. Let me get into it. I feel like ever since this breakup, and that's what I'm gonna call it because I feel like that's what pile 2 you're going through. Ever since this breakup, you have not let yourself rest. You have not taken a moment of time to focus on yourself. It's been push forward, do work, put on this shell so I don't feel anything. You could be a Cancer, because the Chariot is Cancer energy. But even if you aren't, Cancer is all about like having this soft inside that the only way they feel they can protect it is by creating this hard outer shell that doesn't let anything through. And I feel like that's what you're trying to do. you're not letting yourself take a moment to even ruminate on these feelings of pain, because I feel like the best way that you can deal with them is by suppressing them. And I feel like a good way that you do this is distracting yourself, by working really hard or putting your head deep into, like, I don't know, if you're in school, like studying really hard or reading constantly watching a show, or focusing on literally anything else so that you don't need to think about how you're feeling, so that you don't need to feel your feelings. And with this Queen of Swords reversed, I feel like your guides are also telling you, like, you're in self-deception mode where you're lying to yourself about how you really feel. And when you do focus on the relationship in the past, you're kind of just, you're like, why did I make that mistake? You're really beating yourself up when, you know, it's not your fault that things ended this way. I mean, obviously, like, it's both people's fault in a relationship when things kind of end, but at the same time, it's like you're trying to tell yourself, like, this is just the way that it's meant to happen. But then you're also being, like, hypocritical and saying, like, no, it was all my fault. If I didn't do this, if I did this better, we could still be together. And I feel like you're deceiving yourself and beating yourself up more than you need to, because that's not the truth. It's not your fault that these things ended this way. You keep telling yourself that, yep, this relationship ended the way it was supposed to. This is the best possible way for things to be. Then why do you keep telling yourself that it's your fault that things ended this way? And I feel like because you tell yourself those self-deceiving thoughts and you tell yourself that it's your fault and you are the bad guy in the relationship and you're just as much to blame as they are, because you're deceiving yourself by telling yourself these things, you're not giving yourself any room to comfort yourself. It's like you're being your own worst enemy and beating yourself up when these feelings are already beating yourself up enough. Like, you're the person that needs to be there for yourself. And I feel like your guides are telling you, like, you've been avoiding doing the introspection, you've been avoiding finding true healing because they see how much it hurts. And it really does hurt to just sit down and feel the feelings and address them. But at the same time, it's like if you completely ignore that, you're telling yourself a completely different story about how horrible you are, about how it's your fault, about how you're unlovable, or how you'll never find love like that again. And you might even be putting your ex or this person on a pedestal for some reason, when truly, like, do they really deserve to be on that pedestal? Were they really all that you kind of made them out to be? Because it's almost like you're just hating yourself so much that you put them on this pedestal to seem so great, when really, like, they weren't all that. Like, you're better than this. Come on. Like, I'm getting this, like, vibe from your guide saying, like, it's okay, like, pick yourself up. They weren't that great. There's better out there. And, like, they see how much it hurts, but they don't want you to be deceiving yourself and telling yourself all these horrible things and not letting yourself heal and distracting yourself, because they want to be that guiding hand or that comfort, that hand on your shoulder that's like, it's okay to cry. It's okay to feel the feelings that you feel, but don't lie to yourself and don't beat yourself up when you don't deserve it. And I feel like you're really running away from this because you feel like if you do take time to really look at all the facts and look at how you're feeling and really do the introspection, you feel like you're going to discover that you're this horrible person. But it's almost like you're covering up your eyes to not look at what's out there. And while you're covering your eyes and not seeing reality for what it is, you're creating this false reality in your mind that's so much worse than the truth. Like, I hope this makes sense. I feel like this is also it's like if you took your hands off your eyes, reality would be so much less scary than it is in your head. You'd realize, like, oh, it wasn't all me. I wasn't the villain. I'm not unlovable. It was just the situation. Maybe you were incompatible with each other in the long term. Maybe you tried to make the relationship better than it really was. And maybe you guys both had things that you needed to work out separately, and that's why things ended. But you're beating yourself up so much when you don't deserve it, and it's not your fault. And you're just kind of holding yourself in this space. Like, as long as you keep running away from your feelings, you're never going to heal and you're going to feel trapped in these feelings. And then, like, all of a sudden, like, all this is, like, basically a completely different message from this side, which is all about healing and love and passion. And, like, so I was a little confused. I was like, why is it so sad? And then I was like, oh, okay, I guess this is supposed to be the optimistic side. But I don't know, your guides are kind of funny. I don't know why I get a kick out of this. It's like they're like beating you up 1 second, not beating you up actually, but they're like, pick yourself up by the bootstraps, and then they're like, we love you so much. We're so proud of you. If only you could see us the way, if you only you could see yourself the way that we see you. And it's like, damn, you were just beating me up 5 seconds ago. But it's like this is supposed to be a gentle, guiding, like optimistic, compassionate reading, and I feel like your guides are kind of like the tough love kind, like the older brother that's like, come on, pick yourself up. But then at the same time, it's like, okay, well, you know, we can be gentle sometimes too. Like, there's a gentle message here, but at the same time, I feel like that's like kind of outside their wheelhouse. Like, whichever guide is coming through is used to being that kind of older brother, like, kind of like tough love. Like, I'm imagining a dad that's like, the only way that they can show that they love you is by being like, you didn't chop enough wood. I don't know why I'm getting like that analogy, but it's like they don't know how to show compassion, and so it always comes off as like, gee, thanks for constantly like belittling me. But it's just, I don't know why I'm getting like an older man kind of energy here, but it's like deep down they're trying to say like, you didn't need that person that you were with, and they see the pain that you're going through, and it's like they want you to connect back to what made you happy before this person, because you might have been with this person for a long time and it made you feel like you almost defined yourself as just being a part of the relationship, and you forgot how to define yourself as an individual. And it's almost like telling you to look back at childhood and look at what made you feel so happy, what made you feel so empowered, what kind of things made you curious and optimistic, because you still have so much curiosity for the world, is what I'm getting. You still have so much love for the world that's been buried by all the shit that people tell you that gets covered up by day-to-day life and society telling you what it is that you need to desire instead of like what you actually do desire on the inside. And I feel like your guides, or whoever's coming through, is telling you the best way that you can heal for yourself is by connecting back to what truly makes you happy and what you forgot made you happy while you were in this relationship. Because I see you as this like passionate young person that still has so much vibrant life inside them, that still has this overflowing love for life with this Ace of Cups, and it's been so easily clouded over by things like this relationship that, like, okay, I'm sure the relationship wasn't all bad, but especially how you're feeling right now makes you feel like there's nothing for you. Like, I'm getting that, like, I'm unlovable vibe. And it's like, come on, pick yourself up. You're not unlovable. This is literally just, like, some relationship that, you know, I feel like you might have thought, like, maybe this is the person that I'm gonna marry one day. And you kind of wanted to cover up the fact that, you know, maybe the relationship wasn't perfect. Maybe they weren't perfect, but you really wanted to put them up on this pedestal because in defining yourself in that relationship, you defined yourself in that person. And once you started seeing that they weren't perfect, it made you realize that, you know, you're not fully happy with the person that this relationship has made you. And you're obviously not just that relationship. You don't die when that relationship dies. You're your own person, and you're a brighter person than you were in that relationship. And your guides are telling me to tell you, like, you could be so much happier and fulfilled outside of that relationship, and to not mourn this relationship like it's the end of your life. Because if anything, it's the beginning of being able to find yourself again. And I feel like you're going to be putting in so much work into things that you actually enjoy, that you're passionate about, that make you feel that spark for life, that make you glow. And, you know, I know it's hard to hear, and maybe you're like, I don't even believe this reading. because it's like you're feeling so down right now. You're feeling so upset by your circumstances, and you feel like you're never going to be happy until you find someone like that again. But that someone that you're searching for has been you all along. And I know it's like stupid, like self-love more important than relationship. Everybody says that. But I think it's the truth, and they want you to be able to see you how they see you. Your guides, I mean. They want you to see how capable they think you are, how smart and how fun and how much love you have to give. They want you to see how vibrant they see you as. They want you to see how much potential that you have. And even though you mourn this relationship, I feel like now is that opportunity for you to be on your own. And like I said in the beginning, where like the silence is the hardest, but at the same time, the silence is the only time when you're fully alone with yourself. And that can be scary, especially when you just want to ignore yourself and you want to be distracted by other things and you don't want to face yourself. But your guides have so much love for you. They want you to see yourself as someone that you can lean on. Even if it's just you alone in the silence, I feel like they're telling you your thoughts aren't something to be feared. Because the person that loves you the most, the person that will be strongest for you, and the person that will help you see the brightness in life again is you. Like, you can truly be your own best friend. You can be your own coach, the person that gets you up and makes you feel excited for life again. And they want you to see that the way that they see you. I hope this made you feel optimistic, Pile 2. It really felt more like a reprimanding or like a call out in the beginning, but truly I feel like your guides have a lot of love for you. And they're trying to show you that there's so much more to life on your own. You don't need to find desire and happiness and fulfillment in other people or other things. And they see how hard it is for you to be on your own right now. They see how hard and how difficult the silence is. And they see how hard it is for you to face yourself and face the shadow aspects of yourself. But they want you to know that once you take the hands off of your eyes, reality and yourself and your mind is so much not bad than what you're making out to be in your head. Like, it's not bad. If anything, it's a good thing. But I feel like you're so afraid that once you face reality, the reality of your situation, it's going to be this terrible thing that's going to bring you down forever. But in reality, it's like you can make your own life exactly as you want it to be. And you shouldn't be defining yourself the way that other people define you. This sounds so self-helpy, but truly, like, I feel like when we're at our most depressed, when we're at our most upset, these kinds of self-help words just like bounce off of our brain and we're like, that is the most useless information I've ever heard. Like, do you not see the tears streaming down my face? Do you not see how hard my situation is? And I wish that I could help you understand this message the way that I feel it, because I feel so much love and so much compassion from your guides, and they want you to feel that way, but it's like the best way that I can explain it to you is with these words. And again, it's like when you feel this way, the words just bounce off your head. But even if it's something that might not be easy for you to accept right now, I feel like you're going to be going through a journey of relearning how to love yourself on your own, how to be happy on your own, and how to live life without needing other people for validation and without needing other people to make you feel better. Because the only person whose opinion really matters is yourself. And I feel like you will learn that. And not just learn it, but live it every single day. It'll be the foremost thought of your brain, and no one else's opinion will really ever matter again. Not that it won't matter, but it's not the most important opinion, because yours will be, and you will be living that. It's like it'll be your daily mantra or something. But Pile 2, anyways, that's all that I have for you today. I hope it resonated, but more than anything, I hope it helped you. And if you enjoyed this reading, please feel free to leave a like or subscribe. I do post once a week, or at least I try to. If you want a personal reading, I do provide those. There's a link to my shop in the description below. Or just feel free to check out a different video from my YouTube channel. I have quite a few videos up now. But without further ado, I wish you the best, Pile 2. But thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Alright, Pile 3. If you chose the black agate, then this is going to be the reading for you. I'm going to start off this reading with just a quick energy check-in to see exactly how you're feeling right now, what's going on in your life, what's your current situation. And this part will just help you see if this reading is meant for you, because if this part doesn't resonate, it could be that you chose the wrong pile. If so, I urge you to check out other piles if you felt drawn to them. But it could also just be that this reading isn't meant for you. Please don't try to make anything fit that doesn't resonate, because it's basically just like you're deceiving yourself. But if this reading isn't for you, I urge you to check out the other videos on my channel, because there's a lot of other good ones there, in my opinion. But without further ado, Pile 3, I'm going to go ahead and get out the cards, and then we'll be right back. Okay, Pile 3. I have kind of don't know what this is saying. I'm gonna be dead honest with you, but I have a feeling that I understand it, if that makes sense. Basically, I got the feeling like this might be something that I have dealt with in life, and that's why I'm giving you this message. That's why I've been chosen to give you this message, because even though I'm not quite sure what the cards are saying just yet, I feel like you feel pretty in tune with your spirituality. You've definitely spoken to your guides before, even if it wasn't like in a ritual or something. I feel like you just kind of talk aloud to yourself when you need to, and you feel like even though you're just talking aloud to nothing, you feel like someone's listening. And I feel like you've done this ever since you were young. And you definitely have trust in the universe, and trust that what happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. And you believe that you're divinely protected and divinely guided to the right path for the right reason. But at the same time, I feel like there's been a sudden tower moment in your life. If you know the Tower card in tarot, it's a sudden upheaval, sudden abrupt change that disrupts your life. And that's what I'm getting with the disruption card here. And I feel like you have great sadness because of this upheaval. It's not something that you wanted to happen, but at the same time, I feel like you know that it was for the right reason. I feel like you know that this sudden upheaval happened because you weren't on the right path as badly as you wanted that to be the right path. And you know now that you've been placed where you're supposed to be, but you're still kind of mourning what could have been, even though you know it probably wasn't for you, and you know that everything happens for a reason. You're still upset that things had to happen this way. And I know that's really vague, and it's like a very quick description, but I feel like if this pile is meant for you, you get it. I feel like it's kind of one of those things, like, if you get it, you get it. But I'm going to go ahead and get out the tarot, and we're going to see exactly what it is that your guides have to tell you today. What message do they have that'll make you feel optimistic about this situation? Something that'll kind of give you that bump of confidence that you need. So we'll be right back. Okay. Sorry, everything's a little bit out of frame, but Pile 3, I took a lot of time to figure out exactly what your reading was telling me. And I feel like the reason in the beginning why I said that, even though I couldn't quite read what the cards were trying to say, I understood them, is because I feel like I specifically have been chosen to give you this message because I have gone through it myself. Every experience I'm about to tell you about is something that I myself have gone through. And because I can relate to it, I feel like is why I'm meant to give you this message. I feel like your purpose in life and what you're searching for is your happy ending. You want a life that you see here in the Ten of Cups that's like, we often call this card the happy family card in, the tarot world. And it's because this is the completion of all your desires. It's when your life is filled with love and creativity and everything that you could ever hope for has been achieved. And I don't think that you have that right now, but you daydream about it often. You think about the kind of life that you would live if you accomplished everything that you desired. You think about what your family might look like if you want a family, what your spouse looks like if you're interested in romance. But more than anything, it's like you daydream about the life that you want to live. And I feel like you have a desire of how to get to it. And there's a course and a path in life that's been laid out for you, but you're not sure if you should really go down it, because I feel like it's different than the conventional life path. And because of that, you're hesitant to go down it, even though internally your intuition is telling you that this is the right path for you. And you have this voice at the back of your head that's telling you it feels right, that we should go down this path, that this career decision or this life decision we're about to make, this is the right one to make, and I know that I can stick it out and I know I can make it work. But also there's this logical side of you that's like, well, I don't see a lot of people that have been able to do it and be successful in it. And I feel like your guides are trying to tell you that what you're meant to do in this life is different from what your friends or your family or your peers around you have done with their life. And just because it's different doesn't mean it's something that you can't achieve. And I feel like you've been gifted a specific talent, something that maybe came really easily to you when you were younger, or something that you've picked up as a hobby now, but there's some sort of talent that you inherently have, something you enjoy doing, something that maybe not a lot of people are interested in. It could be like a really niche thing that you like doing or practicing, but whatever it is, the reason that you've been given this talent is because your path in life, your purpose in life, is to use this. And I feel like, I don't know exactly what it is, but I feel like you're really scared of actually deciding to put it into motion and choose to pursue this thing. I really feel like it has to do with career for some reason. I feel like you want to pursue a type of career path that's unconventional and that you know you could be good at because you're good at it as a hobby. You're good at it because you're talented in it. But I feel like you're afraid that it might not be a financially stable idea. And so you're hesitant to do it. But your guides want you to know that you have been divinely chosen to do this. This is your life path for a reason. You wouldn't be given something to desire if you weren't meant to attain it. And there's a really good quote from my favorite book, The Alchemist, that basically says, when you really want something or you really desire something, the whole world conspires to help you achieve it. And the way that I see this is basically like when you really want something, when you truly desire something, it's because that's what your soul desires for you. And when you really want to achieve it, when you put in the work to follow that path and chase after it and create that life for yourself, all those obstacles get removed for you because that's the path that you're meant to go down. And I feel like you're so scared of going down this path because you feel like it's not going to work out. But that's because that's That's what society has told you ever since you've been young. That it's not possible. You have to do this 9 to 5, you have to have this many kids, you have to have this kind of life. Your life has to look like this. But your life isn't meant to look like other people's lives. And just because it's not meant to look like other people's lives doesn't mean that it's not going to be successful. Because I do see a good amount of success for you. But in order for you to have this success, you have to be disciplined. You have to create a plan of action of how you're going to go about it. And you have to be committed to seeing it through. And you also have to be open to other avenues of change that might occur along the way. I think there's a specific path that you need to go down, but I think along the way you need to be open to certain opportunities that come to you. I'm trying to think of an analogy that I can give you for this. Let's say you really wanted to be a runner, right? And running is your passion, you're super talented, you're like 7 feet tall, and you can run faster than anybody you know. But you're scared, like, can I really make a living being a runner? And so then you go down this path and you decide, okay, you know what, I'm going to take running seriously. I'm going to become a professional runner. And along that path, as you try to turn this into a career opportunity, you get maybe sponsors from like Nike or something. Like a shoe company decides that they want to sponsor you. They want you in their ads. And you're like, no, I'm not really a model. That's not really my thing. But this is one of those opportunities along the way that's going to allow you to pursue this running career. For instance, that's just an example. I don't think that the people watching this are 7 foot tall runners. Or you could be, that could be your passion, but I feel like whatever your passion is, there's going to be opportunities for you along the way. But you need to have discipline to see it through. You need to work very hard to make it a reality. And I think you will be rewarded handsomely, because you will be the kind of person that will be successful in this career. This path is laid out for you because you have this talent and because this is what you were meant to do in this life. But you can't achieve it by just doing it kind of like half-assed. You need to actually put in the work. And I see that this is something that you really desire. You enjoy doing it, and you have passion for doing it, and you have what it takes to turn this into a really profitable, comfortable lifestyle for yourself. But in order to do that, you need to not let go of that passion. You need to follow it, but also be practical about the way that you go about it. You can't just, drop everything and decide, okay, well then I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna run with no direction. Like, even if you wanted to be a professional runner, you still need to figure out the best plan of action to turn this into a career, to turn it into a reality for yourself. And along the way, it might take a lot financially. You might need to get a second job. You might need to save up a lot of money. You probably won't be able to go out with your friends all the time because it's gonna be kind of a hustle. Like, you're gonna be chasing your dreams and you're gonna be achieving something great, but it's gonna take time. And in order to live the kind of financially comfortable life the same way that somebody doing a 9 to 5 job would have, well, it's not going to happen overnight. You're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to say, no, I'm sorry, I can't go on this girls' trip. For instance, you're like, no, I can't go out with the boys. I got to stay in. I need to work on this thing. And people that don't understand are not the kind of people that you're going to want in your life as you go along this journey. And maybe nobody will understand, but as long as you have faith in yourself and you have faith that you're doing this because it's what's meant for you, and you're doing this because your passion and your talent is enough to make this, a real profitable career for yourself. It's going to take time and it's going to take sacrifices and it's not going to be easy. But in the end, I see you having this beautiful life where you've fantasized about having this dream and you're going to make it a reality. And this dream that you dream about, for instance, maybe you want a 20-car garage and you want to fill it with all these beautiful cars and you want the big house with the pool and the view. that can be your reality. Or maybe it's just as simple as, finding love and having kids and watching them grow. Or maybe you just want to be a hermit and have your garden and grow tomatoes and bring those to like the farmer's market. Or you want to be that guy that grows those giant onions and like goes to those onion competitions for like world biggest onion. Maybe that's you, but you are going to accomplish your dream. And it's just like a matter of deciding, taking that leap of faith and saying, okay, I'm going to make this dream a reality. And I'm going to put in the work, I'm going to put in the hours, I'm going to put in the days, the weeks, the months, the years of work. I'm going to sacrifice, I'm not going to spend my money like crazy. I might pick up another job here and there until I have enough to, live off of this career that I want to make for myself. But it's going to take a lot of discipline and a lot of faith a faith in yourself. Not faith that everything's going to work out perfectly, because I feel like if you put in the work, it's going to work out. But you need to have that inner strength to be able to make it happen. To be practical and don't let your passion die out. To be disciplined and know that it takes a certain amount of hours per week to make this work. And to create a routine for yourself that you know you're going to follow, and to also be open to change along the way. I do see victory for you in the end. I see you accomplishing your dreams, and I see you having this wish fulfillment that you will have the life that you want to live. And so this is a sign from your guides to say, like, that thing that we see you looking at, that thing that we know that you want to pursue, you're meant to pursue it in this life. You just need to be able to take that leap of faith. With the Fool card, the Fool is all about having the faith that you need to take those leaps and, have that carefreeness to know that you trust life to bring you happiness, to bring you positivity, and to wield that power of faith and following the correct path set out for you in life. And with it being reversed, that's all you need to make this dream a reality. That's the very first card that sets off all this in motion, is just taking that leap, trusting yourself, trusting your abilities, trusting your talent, trusting the universe, and having faith in yourself that you can make it a reality and putting in the work. Because you can only manifest with your mind power so much. You can wish upon a star all you want. You can wish for obstacles to be removed. But you can't wish for yourself to be pushed down a path. The only person that can push yourself down that path is you, by putting one foot in front of the other. And once you do, all those obstacles will be moved out of your way. But you just gotta make it happen. So, pile 3. That's what I have for you today. I hope that this message finds the people that need it. And I hope that it makes you feel a little bit more optimistic about the path that you're going down, because I see victory for you. I see wish fulfillment for you. You just got to put in the work for it. But thank you so much for watching. If this helped, please leave a comment. Tell me what you thought of it. Subscribe if you want more videos from me. I do post about once a week. And feel free to check out another video on my channel, because I have a ton more. And some of those might, give you a message you need too. But if you're also looking for personal readings, I do provide those. There's a link to my shop down below. But without further ado, thank you so much for watching Pile 3. I truly wish you the best in everything that you do. Just know that everything happens for a reason and you are divinely guided. So have a great one. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.